Let's see what we have here. We have John, Davey. Perfect. Let's put some non copyrighted music so I don't get banned again.
Yes, please.
Let's get some people. Let's saxophone. Yes, you like saxophone? Yeah, I want it too loud so I can hear my thoughts. Let's go. Aaron is here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see how many we can get today inside the stream. And guys, just type in the chat if you want to add something before you unmute so we can have a discussion and not, you know, you get what I mean. So, shall we start with what we do call out with tie-downs, mentorship, and basically the paid Discord? Let me reduce the sound more. Because it's too loud for me. Yeah. Muteng. So, anyone from the other group didn't come yet? Should we wait 1-2 minutes more? I'm gonna put water and then we start. How about that? Let's go. Do we have soundboard? So just to inform, there is some. Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't add yet. I didn't add yet by special ones, but slowly we'll add too. So today is basically an opportunity, and I will have an announcement today too. But it's an opportunity for everyone who wants to know what we are doing in the tie-downs and mentorship. Mentorship does a bit more than what tie-down does, but anyone who wants to know what we are doing, well, that's basically the opportunity to see. So once a week, we have a call out, and I update it on the week session basically. That will show what we are looking, what trades we want to take, a bit bias update on the day, and we are watching basically a few assets like oil, gold, YM, and NQ. I mean, if you see NQ, yes, it's basically copy paste with just different price tag. And we look BTC and some altcoins, whatever trends. Like last time was Solana. We can beat Doge if it has a nice swing trade we can take. And we have basically afterwards questions. So once we finish with this, you can just ask whatever you want. Okay? Sounds good? Now Aaron, boom. So I put water and we start. You need to take a haircut, Aaron. What is this hair you have in the GIF? Just gonna be monitoring also a bit YouTube in case that somebody takes there. So let's start with gold. It's a bit choppy price chart, but it has been since the beginning my favorite asset to trade. So on gold, we have this price action is on a bull run. That's a yearly break of structure here. I mean, few years of break of structure. I think people who traded gold, they thought this would be forever. But what do you know? So gold has first of all has this dealing range on the monthly, and I have been waiting this fair value gap to be hit like for forever. It never did. Okay, and then we had this second range because let me move them. So we know that there is two ranges. So this is the old range. This was the order block, the low that took liquidity inside this fair value gap. So that defines a range on the yearly. So we have another one from here. I don't want to do this now. It's pretty much similar points. We both gonna look for the same here, the same point of interest. That's why I don't really care about that range. So, and this is an internal range here. So on this range, we have a fair value gap here. Okay, but this is in premium. And if we just follow the lows, we have, you can guess it, a smaller range inside the range. How unique. And we were waiting, we took a long from here. It's in Titans callouts. This was a long we've taken. We didn't wait for the monthly fair value gap, but we wait for the daily. Some of you know how I trade market maker models. So I was waiting to see how we'll react on a discount fair value gap, and I never cared practically for this monthly because it was on premium. So going forward, I was looking basically what do we have here to reject if we are gonna go lower, and what we can gain to go higher, because this is gold now is an all-time high. Well, was at least. So I don't want to pick a top if there is no sign of a top. That's why I took the long here. And now it's a bit hard to pick where it will go. So basically taking this long from here, to be bullish, we want to see a break of the highs. Okay. But once we reach the premium fair value gap here, we actually dropped. So that makes me feel that we are currently distributing, and we're gonna have like a move lower, and maybe that's when we're gonna hit the monthly fair value gap. We have quite equal lows on top, so I don't know why we shouldn't do this. So I'm a little more bearish on gold, especially after this rejection. So I'm just thinking that this fair value gap is just smoking mirrors, like people think, okay, it holds here. But I think we will have a push higher, take the highs, and then dump. That's my views on gold. So how I will trade this? So I will be trying to see if we're gonna get any 1 hour push higher to take these highs here. So when to expect this? We're gonna go to Forex Factory and see where we have news. So Wednesday. So Monday we're gonna see probably lethargic movement higher. I don't know what is this on Tuesday, but most likely Wednesday we're gonna get a reversal. So what is this meaning? So basically on Monday maybe we start gravitating higher, we get higher, and then on Wednesday we have a pop and move. So if I'm gonna get the longs, I will use this order block here until these highs. But remember that this might be a risky play. So I will wait to see a clear direction break from gold. Now, oil is quite interesting. It was a sarcastic joke. Anyone from the paid group know that we haven't touched oil for ages because it's just ranging. So we have this huge range on monthly. I think long term, with all the wars and whatever we have, we're gonna have a push higher, but some news gonna bring us lower before we go higher. That's what I'm expecting. These lows are too good to be true here, and you see we're just creating liquidity from both sides. But this inversion here in this discount range after the cup 19 this inversion just says that we change the way we deliver price. So I don't know if we're gonna see these high prices still, but prices overall, like long term, we're gonna go higher. But that's too long. We're gonna trade today and tomorrow, so who cares where it goes. So I don't know what can cause a dump, but I want to see some, because we have like constantly sweeps here. We have sweeps. Yeah, YouTube is always delayed. So we have sweeps and breakdowns, but we are building liquidity here on this fair value gap. I don't think this fair value gap is any good. Like we have really distribution from the daily time frame, from higher. So I think we're gonna snap down, and it will be quite violent. So what can cause a dump? We have this order block here on the daily. So what I will like to see is price maybe have a bit push down and come, and then maybe short it lower. By the way, if you're on YouTube, David, can you tell me about the sound, if it's good? If the sound is good on YouTube? And let's see if this is actually on a discount range. So if this was the last sweep, we lost two. I don't know, maybe they are dating. So can you hear me, Aaron? Perfect. So if this now came to, well, this came to a premium rejected from the order block. It's pretty choppy price. Let's see. So, well, maybe something like 68.76 for a short. So basically the midpoint of this fairway of this order block. Ah, you came back. No, David didn't come. Sound is low. My sound is low or the music sound? Perfect. John says good. Draghi says is low. Maybe you can increase the sound on your speakers, David. But yeah. So looking shorts from $69 for oil if it comes higher before it takes the lows here. And overall, I'm looking for lower prices. Let's go to our favorite Nasdaq. Let's see what we get here. So we have these equal lows on the monthly. We are breaking structure on top. So we are looking for higher prices. We had that inversion here on discount. We had this inversion in discount. We came, we tapped it. So we expected to take the highs here. We will maintain a bullish stance. We did. So now what's next? So we have this, well, we have this swing low to this swing high. Well, it is still not a swing high. So we cannot really determine a bias like this, but if we take the high, we can use maybe this swing low here. Maybe we can come this much low on the day, but we haven't yet created a top. So this will be just basically if we can scalp this one. How to do this, and basically we're gonna see where we have sweeps intraday and take trades. I mean, if you trade futures, you don't really hold it long, so maybe we want to use like a 4-hour time frame. Let's see. Although still not in discount, so we would have missed a lot of trades. But this liquidity sweeps here telling you that you are the order flow is bullish still. And then, I mean, you can take breaker entries, but that's quite high. But I would like to see any type of retracement or some information from Nasdaq before I will post in the paid group where I think it goes after I get more information. That breaks now the structure. We're gonna see what will happen. I don't really want to trade it, except from like maybe 15-minute, 1-minute scalps, but nothing like serious. Let's see, YM is much more structured. YM YM has a bit of a topping structure here. This is what I said. When I see some retracement, we have like all the sweeps here on the highs. We have retracement into the discount. So basically the discount here. We have two fair value gaps here, we tap. We break higher, now we have a new range. Now with these sweeps, I know that we have this gap here that we never fill, so I know this is a magnet. I know this is somewhere we want to gravitate to, and surely we're gonna move higher, we need to come to a discount place. We're not gonna move higher by bouncing here. And we see a lot of failure swings. I was trying to take a short here, like on a sister, on the real traders only group that I am affiliated with, and we got stopped out. It was like here we got stopped out here, and then we dump. But the idea is like, since we are creating liquidity on top and we are actually taking the liquidity, we are sweeping the highs, and without a real displacement on top that we were expecting to see a drop, how we were expecting it. So we have these lows that get broken. This was the high that took liquidity here. This was a lower high. And I think this becomes equal high with this here. Yes. So we never had a real break of the highs after we break the low here. But that was an extreme retracement to have. I was expecting actually that was my short here. Not that one there. So the idea, I wanted to short to the lows here on this gap. It never happens. I was taken out, and then we see it continues, but the idea of coming lower is still playing out, and these are very nice targets here for the drop. So for YM, maybe we get the retracement. Since we take these lows, we will see a retracement on the highs here. And potentially we gonna get, maybe on Wednesday, we're gonna get the short here to come lower. So that's my thoughts for YM. And so in Q, we're still waiting to see. I mean, we had a clear displacement that's quite bullish, honestly. It's similar to these days here. but we have still equal lows here. I want to see if we're gonna gravitate lower. I don't want to long anything here, and I'm fine with it. So let's go to crypto. Let's give my 2 cents for Bitcoin. So we were bullish all the time on Bitcoin. I mean, from when everyone here on YouTube was screaming 40,000, we were saying we were gonna go higher. We had the inversion here on the monthly. And we had the sweep here on the lows. When we close above, that's where I was extremely bullish. And we said that we have some targets based on standard deviations, with 132 be practically my real top. I don't really, even from here, if we top on this range, I mean, come on, if you have taken any Bitcoin in these ranges, you are pretty much done. And if you count like how many months or days a bull run lasts, we are in the period like 800 days, I think is average. So top is near, in my opinion. I can't be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, but just be cautious. So this is basically my target lines for Bitcoin, with the highest being 133. I welcome any higher price, honestly. I'm not just telling it to be a bear. I'm just trading what I see in front of me. So we hit this. I'm expecting to form a fair value gap here, so we can basically range here. So this can be a range that we are within December, and within the new year we take our final push, and you know, we reverse. That's practically what I'm looking, and I want to see if we have opportunities for long still. But I think the biggest plays now will be when you play the altcoins. So we have a sweep here. That's a nice touch. So previous week low was taken, and we are closing above. That signifies that we are gonna move higher. It also depends how we will close in 6 hours here. So I'm more interested to see how we will push from here. So this was the previous week low. We take it. We have this potential monthly fair value gap here. May can get smaller if we go lower. And on the 4 hour, actually it was on the hourly, we have the inversion here. So after this sweep here, we had an inversion fair value gap, which is basically what I love to trade after the sweeps. So it's when the order flow is changing from bearish to bullish. Is one of the earliest signs. And this is a trade I actually took and took profit here. I posted in another group, and I can showcase it. Let's find it pretty fast. Here it is. My long entry. I will showcase the pulse trend in few minutes, so stay tuned for that. I did a spoiler alert now there, but so based on this 1 hour, I'm practically looking to move to 104,000 again, but we will see. The fact that we are traded above this range and broke below it's consistent with reversals, and I want to be cautious. So I'm not gonna take any trades still. I want to see clear direction and not like get chopped out here. Do you guys want to see any coin that you want on stream? Show me your coins. Let's see your coins. I don't want smoothing, yes? No coins? You don't want to see coins? PLZ. We'll see. Damn, I have it charted. Somehow I had it charted, but let's start it from 0. So what I look, guys, I look for a sweep, okay? And then I look, did we trade it in the discount, the premium? Where are we doing? That's my first 2 steps I every time do. So from the sweep to the high, we are in discount. It's a no-brainer. We're in discount. So what do we see here? We have a lot of liquidity built. We have a high. This is not actually a swing high, but we have a swing low here. So this is a low built now on this fair value gap. Monthly fair value gap. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to the weekly first. On the weekly, we have a breaker here. So we have the high of the range. So this is our break of structure. We don't have a fair value gap here, but maybe we have it on the daily. So you want to find an entry to drive it to the moon here. Aaron? So what I'll do, because weekly looks a bit more structured, I'm gonna count ranges. That's one range here. There is another range here that we break below, and then we are now breaking above. Okay, these are weekly. My weeklies are purple, and then we have this. Well, this is not really a range, but this can be a range. Lower time frame, you can see it's a range. Usually I count ranges. So we have one bonus here. So I'm looking now for where this can retrace. Yes, that's the only thing I took from him. At least I remember what time frame is. What? So if this is the impulse higher now, okay. If I want the retracement, I want to see it happen above these ranges. And this is a very short block here. I want to see it coming and tapping on it, and then move aggressively to take this high. Now you will tell me that this is huge time frames. I want to buy now. And I understand. Let's see what the 4 hour says. So we are taking this high, we didn't take it yet. So we're maybe gonna push higher once more to take the 20-cent mark. So we have one range here, two range here. So we are probably gonna push higher to take this and come to this mark. But is this risk to reward now make any sense? Does this make any sense? 10%. Yeah, it's too risky longing here. But if I see my setup here on shorts, I will take it. Why I look for shorts? It appears for many, like on EDA, for example. I was teaching before, like I was mentoring one student, so I was showing why I took shorts on this while we are in an extremely bullish environment. So EDA has basically two ranges. This is the first range. This is the second range from the bear market. We had the equal highs that we tap in, and we are like Bitcoin creating a fair value gap. So if we want to continue higher, I mean, of course, if it wants, it can continue to infinity like a banana candle like this, and well, it happens. But since we tapped there, I've just noticed like the daily, after taking the liquidity, has closed below. And since then, we started to distribute on the 1 hour, which is the time frame alignment of the daily. We inverse the fair value gap, and you can see we have a sweep, equal highs sweep, and we are breaking constantly lows. And now we are basically creating more liquidity here. What I'm expecting a high to be put and taken, breaking the low, and come down. It's 40% drop. Is it impossible? Well, it's crypto, and if you know, everything is possible. Not in far future, like past, we had a 41% drop. We have a few of them actually. 36. Even on this rise, we had like 30% drops. So I don't think so it's impossible, but if we start, the only thing I want is when we drop here to be so fast that this is not closed below, because then it will be something bigger, if you know what I mean. So we need a continuation. So to continue higher, we want to trade lower. And this is the only discount daily fair value gap. And I think the real boss for EDA will be the 180 mark, that premium fair value gap on the monthly. So BLZ actually looks pretty similar to this. So we're gonna take this range high, retrace down, and then move higher. I mean, if I'm lazy to wait the market structural shift in the if I'm lazy to wait, I just put an order. Yeah, I accept that I will be in a drawdown. Okay, so if I'm very sure that this will happen, I calculate my risk, and I just trade like this. It's not that it's impossible to trade lower, but usually I try to see what is the first reaction, or I buy on a spot here. I mean, that's already like 156%. I can go a bit heavier on spot and see. If we start breaking this low also, and then we're gonna gravitate lower, I'm just gonna take my loss here. We'll cut my loss below this low. If we break below, with big candles. But this looks like a second impulse, and then we are going into parabolic mode, I think. I was noticing something today on Bitcoin dominance. So guys, we have a daily and a weekly break of structure. So we have this monthly order block, and there is a tiny inversion fair value gap here that we hit. So we hit the monthly, so we go to daily. What do we see on daily? High below the key point, higher high, and then we have a sweep and break of structure. Yes. So I think all coins will pull back now, as I showed on ADA, for example, because we did left the fair value gap here on the daily. So on the last push higher for Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin has one more leg that it will fake up everyone, and this will happen with this. Maybe it will be like a weak run, and then that's it. Of course, I don't have crystal ball. You know, it can do 2 legs. It can go like insane. But then this is what we are looking. We have equal lows here, equal lows here from the previous cycle low. We have all this liquidity. Okay, we don't have YouTube comments. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. Yeah, March. I think probably February we're gonna see blood in the streets. And guys, I have been hearing a lot of people talking about crypto nowadays. So yeah, you know what it means. We were here when it was silent, and we will leave when it's loud. But I can imagine when this liquidity gonna be taken. Alts like Ape that we gave the long on the Discord. Titans were aware of this long, and I think I gave it as a free also. Who took it? No one. 150% free. No one took it. David, you took it, yes? And this is my first target. But coins like this, I think they will go nuclear. And we will see like double digits every day. And I'm welcoming the bounce. I welcome the drop. Because I can load. I will go maybe all in on this. I've gone all in on waves, but I took profit after like some nasty sweeps. I took profit. I mean, who wouldn't take some profit on 300%? It's all on X for anyone who doesn't believe. And for the end of the stream, guys, I want to introduce you to something I've been working for some time. I usually don't trade with indicators, but I've started to incorporate pulse trend for my trades. It's a momentum and trend based indicator. Like every indicator is not 100%. So, but if you have questions about the trend, it can help you stay in line with the trend. So when it changes colors, like green it shows you that you are in an uptrend, obviously, and when it's red, shows that you are basically on a bearish trend. It can be used for scalping, and I will show you a very nice example. We were looking with it this drop here on Bitcoin. We get a bearish signal, red trend, boom, 10% drop. So it gives you buys and sell signals. This money symbol on top is basically potential take profits. I found myself that the best signals to take is basically after the bullish trend flips. The first long usually is the best, and maybe the second sometimes works also. We incorporated something that is called manipulations here, and then we have some other weak signals. We call them like neutral signals, because it's when the trend start to change. So if it's like green like this, it means that we have a strong bullish trend. Let's make this black so we can see them. And this is basically if the trend starts to like break from being strongly bullish, we're gonna get this type of signals. You have the same signals for the short. Then we have these whale signals. Usually, if we are in an uptrend and we get these signals, this either signifies a stop hand. We're gonna move higher, like this example here. So we had a stop hand here and move higher. We had another stop hand here and we went higher. Or we're gonna have a trend change. So we are bullish, and then we start, after we saw the whale, we see a change in the trend. And we again see the whales appearing here, and from bearish trend we basically start to move higher. So they have two meanings. It's either a manipulation, a stop hand, like here and here, or possible trend change, like we see here. From bearish, it flip bullish. What else it has? Buy sell signals on lower time frames and also on the higher time frames. My favorite one is 15 minutes. What is that? But the 4 hours are pretty damn good. So I was long on, for example, I was long on waves, and I was looking to add on my trade. Okay, and so we have bullish trend, which was actually bullish since the time I was talking about going long on waves on the live streams. Oh man, hello, there he is. And then on the retest here, I've seen a long signal. I added more, and I'm just monitoring like the 1 hour. If the trend change, I will probably take more profit out. Or if I get another buy signal on the 4 hour, especially on the fair value gap here, I'm gonna double down more, because I want to swing trade this. That's what I like to do with pulse trend. I want to target higher, and I want to ride the whole trend. So do you have any questions? So I'm more fan of the strong signals, so I disable the neutral, the weak signals myself, so I don't get confused. And I also target take profits with structure. So if I'm long here, I will look, okay, what I have on the left, I have these highs here, so that's a potential take profit for me. That's how I will use it. But you can definitely consult the take profits. They are quite valid, and it depends what you are trying to do. For me, I try to get the whole trend, so I'm not planning to take profits fast. If you want to get the pulse trend, you can join my free Discord. I have the link there, but I will post it also on YouTube. It has a 3 days free trial, so you can try it for yourself, free, risk-free. You can join the Discord, ask questions, and they will be answered. So I pin the message on YouTube. Can you show dot chart? Yes, sir. You want it with pulse trend on or off? Doge is consolidating. There is some bugs on the daily. I want to fix them. Will be fixed soon. But Doge, we gave the long. I need a better chart. Okay, with pulse trend. Let me add a newer version. Well, it shows that this is bullish. And if I add the neutral signals, we're gonna see if we are actually consolidating. So we have few neutral signals here. So we have trend changes, but they're short-lived, and mostly we are in a bull trend. Yes, I show. So it shows, so we have, if I push back the manipulations, I bet there is a whale here. See the liquidity sweep comes with a whale. They go hand in hand. When you put high canaries, you can see a bit the trend better, but it's up to you. I like it because sometimes if I want to see the liquidity sweep better, I use high canaries. It's way easier to spot it. Like I can see that there was a sweep here. I can spot the sweep here, and you can see it comes always with a whale. So you can visit the WOP pulse trend website. You can use either pay for a year subscription, 350 per year, or you can get a risk-free 3-day access and try the indicator. So Topsy, it shows clear sweeps on the lows and moves higher. You see a lot of whales, so there is probably some accumulation happening here, and we're gonna see a clear direction soon. I was looking to take a dot long today, but I saw the weak, the neutral signal, so I knew that I have to wait a bit more. And basically what I want to see it coming lower. Take the low here, hit the 50%, and print the whale, and I'll go long probably. On the first long signal, we'll get like this. I'm gonna take it to the highs. But guys, if you have any question, you can ask me in the Discord. You can join my Discord also. I'm running also a free Discord. Now you can ask me whatever you want. I decided to show to people how my mentorship students get to have a bias for the day, how I trade myself. I'm gonna get us in trouble. Copyright music entered. So this is the link for my free Discord. If you want to join my paid group, you can do it. I will teach you how to trade the way I trade, and I post also my executions there. You will see why I took trades. If you have any questions, guys, type now, or I can see you in Discord. Thank you for watching. It was nice to see you guys, and I hope you have a great trading week. Don't over leverage. Trade what is on the chart and not what is in your emotions. And hope you have a profitable trading week. See ya.